It's sad because I would tell some people, and I had to tell them, you shouldn't have kids. And then, I could tell other parents who didn't even have the greatest health, and I could tell them they could have kids genetically, but it would be hard physically. And generally people who, want to be careful with their health, I would just help them and do my best so that they could have their kids and they would be okay. But people, I would tell them, you shouldn't have kids. Because if you have kids, your kids will most likely have some serious health problems, or they will be unable to have kids themselves. Some people will get angry at me at that. And some people will get angry at the fact that there is just no way to make somebody fertile. It's just impossible. And they hated me for that. File 0197 76 F 0908. 0908? 0908. Yeah, that's the right file. Yeah, just a bunch of these patients. And I mean, they expected miracles from me because, seriously, I mean, I was this boy wonder, and everybody knew about the boy wonder except the people who were really close to me. So, basically, they were still expecting great things from me, but I couldn't offer them those things. Sure, I did find certain solutions, and they didn't like them. So, it's like, it's sad. And I feel bad for people like that, and I don't want to put them down, and I'm sure they don't like me for saying that. I'm sure they don't. But a fact is a fact. Era akadasya amo ochi dese inchama avasa society. So oga asakai sindesi vorochus. Onda veje certici que você já sandaran. Si su ondo onde vorochuson. Si jo avasa desejo so avodrashasai. Vagarai. Sho drama no saye chitsu ambutsin naye abo right chesness. File 086 dash 9087 1609 B12 B12 11. Abora achi atsudiso tsodomo ambora de chutz and the shits and some vine. Tijuts and vine. Jam vines night messenger in the mine in children's vox. Ambo undo for the cheese and the gvots night say. She should say not I. Ambo beverichin to din. Ambo the riches on. Tidrat sai, I'm bored at the on the studio wooden zane. I'm booking vein, then brought to see a change in the brine. I'm booking vein change the zane, Vodagio chits zane. I'm bode and the chitsi, invo and the bread chance. I mean, some of these people, sometimes a person that has a certain problem or sees people around having a certain problem, they want to solve it, and they go into certain fields. So I've dealt with doctors who were infertile, and I mean the extremes they would go to. I mean, literally taking a woman's ovaries and a woman's placenta, not placenta, is it the placenta? Anyway, taking all the organs the woman needs to have a child, and literally transplanting them in donors and trying to make them be able to have kids. But it doesn't work. The convergence in the see onda jasan. Sure, at first I might have believed the test tube baby thing. I did, but as I started remembering more and more, I realized, well, my God, it made me had kids with all these girls again and again and again, and I remember, and I'm like, okay, why? So it just became kind of obvious to me that the whole goal was to take those babies in the first place. And if anything, maybe they weren't expecting those kids, and from the night of the rape, and they probably didn't know what to do much with them, so they made sure to make me look like the bad guy, and I think that's part of it too. But I can't be exactly sure, but that's probably what they did. And some people agreed to exchange their own kids, and some people were more oblivious and just had it done behind their backs. But those people generally, like I said, it'll be because the kids were born at the same time. Or within weeks times difference. O ba airi de chinzin zimen, de jinzin dimen de champs, inti avrotan je on the sanai, anjo darati tsitsa gumvasai, gumvasai adandir and jisin, ambu, ambora dachu vichi gumvai, ba umba arayi da chamvasini se gatsai, avambora chanza, sija avarara chitsine. Who knows? But if they started doing this a long time ago, but it seems that the kids that came from that were stolen and were put into the black market, the ones before, I guess, that from what I see, there were people all over the place. People living a little bit here and there, but. Kasia is really quite the exception. And if anything, I almost think that that's what it was. She adaraja siyo oma omboja tsitsaini that she jevotu tsitsena. So basically, whoever owned that town, whoever owned that business or part of it, would be a good culprit to look at as part of the black market, the baby black market. He adraja san umvanja atsaye yijibuts nisine. Si yinjo ndavoncha tsatsayin. Umbra undijons nisits nisan. For umba underejo tsinishit teracha se. Well, I've seen some doctors, it's almost like, well, I can, put somebody to sleep and take what I want, and they just do what I want to them. It's just attitude. It really stinks to me, like, seriously. They give themselves excuses to do things, and bad people do this all the time. So anything that I would hear, pertaining to this situation that just sounds like they're trying to find an excuse. I mean, I'm not interested. Seriously, you were involved. It's like, you really don't have much excuse. Dadra jinsu. Amon van jadra chasayin that you move and sin. Chitsizai and good. De ver umbora. Pe de betchetsa. Sidz de boot and draba mayina. Since Ejikum was in the shots tonight. Ambo on the Brati Johnson, si javosine. Si you and Jaja asandi chitukvos. And the veteravochat, so the sea John was in the same. Si Jova couldn't see it outside. Si Javats in the sea, Javotse. Si Jotse, si Jotse. Bon, garage tonight. Si Jitson some more to the veterative in train. Si Jotson some more aboard. Ambora, to Chitsai can vote. Ambra and Jansai, the charm. Well, naturally, you would also think that what would happen is that where these people are that have that are involved in the black market, where there's a large amount of them, or where there's a lot of kids that come from couples that are from certain areas, you know. Generally, what you have going on is that these doctors and these doctors and these crooked people who, you know, promote the baby black market would find themselves living more in those areas than areas where fertility isn't as high. And that's probably where you look at it the most, actually. Where there's high fertility, and especially before the test is done, you know, before the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, you know, you can actually see it a little more, because then after that, with all the mix-ups and all the strange things going on, I mean, even then it's obvious, but it might be a little more obvious as you go back. So you have something going on there, that these people who are involved in the baby black market, stealing these kids and selling these kids, selling these little babies, these little newbies. Well, these people will live close to where people have a lot of them. Doctors will choose to work in those areas, and the history will go back. Sometimes it's a family tradition, goes down the line.